everyone, it's Vicky again. I'm on a quiz tonight, so this is just gonna be a pretty quick video, I think. Just a birthday card that I need to get assembled, so I thought I'd show you what I've been doing. So I've had these stamped, coloured and die cut out for a little while now. You can see that these are the My Favourite Things party animals. My friend really loves cows, so I was totally tempted by that. So yes, so I've stamped and die cut them, and I've also already put some foam pads on the back because I want them to be sticking up. It's not all of the stamps on there that I've done, but they're just the ones that I wanted to include. I've also already cut and folded my card blank. It's just a A6 in size, so A4 folded in half and then in half again. So that's all ready to go as well. This is my background that I've been working on. I did want to show you a couple of things. So this is just cut with one of the, I don't know if you can see it, there you go, Lawn Fawn double stitched rectangles. It doesn't cut, it just stitches, so I just put that into some white cardstock and then cut just a little border around it. I then stamped out the little grass that you can see at the bottom, which is actually from, luckily it arrived, the Hello Winter from Annabelle Spenceley. So it's just that grass there. I stamped a couple along just to get it long enough. Then what I did, because I want to obviously have the grass at the bottom one colour and it's quite jagged, and I want the sky a different colour, was I used, and this is what I was wanting to show you the other day, so this is Artist Bloom masking fluid. So this, you just, I'll open it, it's a bit icky to look at, and I also discovered when I was using it earlier it stinks. It's just like a gum, so you paint it on and it dries almost like rubbery latex. I'll just show you, so you can just see it's on there. So theoretically I can show you that in a sec. What I did was I stamped it out, painted that on, and then I just blended over the top with the Periwinkle Prism ink pad. So that's that one. So that's all that's on the background. And then theoretically, and I'm hoping this works now, I should be able to just rub the masking gum off, she says. I don't know if I need to give it a bit of a go with maybe my nail, might help. Yeah, this is going to take me just, there we go. You should be able to see that now, I think, coming off. And it just leaves the white section behind from where it was done. So bear with us. I think I might have problems where I've got it in the stitch sections, but never mind. So I'm just going to get that off. If you bear with us. Woo! Oh, that's satisfying. That is really satisfying. I'm very glad that came off like that, because that made me quite happy, I'm not going to lie. So as you can see, it's just left the white bit underneath, even though I went over it with my blending tool. I wanted to do that blending earlier, A, to save a little bit of time, and B, because obviously I'm still working on that little desk in my living room, and I know it's probably been driving you nuts when it's bouncing around slightly. I'm still trying to work out what I can do. I think I may have to move the little tiny table ever so slightly and see whether or not I can maybe clamp my camera stand to the TV stand, because obviously that won't get moved or nudged or anything. And then hopefully if I do that, it will still reach to go over the top. So all I then want to do is colour in my grass. I'm using the Alpine Green again, just the lightest shade. I'm just doing it monotone, I'm not shading the grass or anything. I just want to get that coloured in. So if you bear with me 2 seconds while I quickly colour this in. It's definitely the one I used. As you can see, obviously it's an alcohol marker, so it does dry slightly lighter once it's done. So I will just go over the bit I've already coloured just to be on the safe side as well, because I don't want any kind of colour difference between the bit I did earlier when I was testing the colour and the actual fully done one. I've cut this out of stamping cardstock, so it's not my normal inking cardstock. It's still alright, it's nice cardstock, it's nice and thick, but it's not what I would normally colour with my alcohol markers, which is why I think it's just a bit not quite as good as it was before. But if you bear with me, I'm nearly through all my grass. What I'm going to do is I am going to stamp my sentiment straight onto this little square as well. So what I'm going to need to do is position my little characters so that I can then position my sentiment, because I'll want to do my sentiment first so it's not hitting off my little characters. I'll just put those bits of rubber in the bin. So these are my little characters. I want the little guy with his balloon at that side because I love him, and then I want the horse at the other side. And that's about as far as I'd really worked out my decision making process on this. This should all fit in quite nicely, I think. If I just put this balloon's going to go up in the top corner as well. That's just going to go down flat. I haven't put any tape on that. What I am going to do is, you'll see that this is ever so slightly bigger. So it does mean that I do have that wiggle room if I want his balloon to be slightly going off or his butt to be slightly going off, to do that as well. So I think what I'll do is they're pretty much where I want them. So I'm just going to pull that back off there if I can. Oops. And then I just need to work out exactly which sentiment I want to use, because I keep changing my mind. Now, she is a lovely, lovely, lovely person. I did debate the nay, oink, moo, let's celebrate you, but I think I'm going to go with heck yes, it's your birthday, because I think that she'll really appreciate that. So I just put my dies in the back of there as well. So bear with us 1 second while I get the stamp out. Down here. There's the stamps. So when I do my alcohol colouring, I do use the Memento ink for that, because it's alcohol proof. However, because this is going onto a background that I've already inked and it was done with a water-based ink, I just need to do it with a permanent die. So I'm going to use this one, which is the Ranger Archival. That should pick up nicely there. I think it's going to let me get away with doing this with them on there, so I'm going to try it that way. It's quite a thick ink pad, so this should be good. Bear with us 2 seconds while I just ink this up. Like that. Move it out of the way. And then I just need to get it straight. So if my head goes in shot, I do apologise, but it's just me trying to line it up as best I can. Give it a good press down. And yay, it worked beautifully. Awesome. I'll clean that stamp in a minute. I'm just going to put that out of the way. So now it's time to just assemble my card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take those off there, and I think I'm just going to glue this onto my back because I want it flat. I debated using my tape runner, and I might put the edges on with tape runner. Actually, yes, I think I will. Very indecisive this afternoon, don't mind me, everybody. So I'll just put a bit of tape on the edges, like so. Best this tape runner's run in ages. These tape runners have run in ages as well, which is good. But I want to just put some glue in as well because it just gives it that little bit of extra adhesion. So bear with us while I just slop some glue on there. Never, ever, ever can put too much adhesive on as far as I'm concerned when it comes to sticking cards down. The last thing you want is to go to all the effort of making a beautiful card, and by the time it gets there in the post, it's not still stuck together. And that's about halfway. So I'll give that a bit of a stick down. make sure I've got no more of the blue on there. And that's pretty straight, so I'm pleased with that. I'm going to start with my little cow. So I'm just going to take these foam pad backings off. I'm not great at this. I've watched people do this on YouTube and on craft shows before, and some people are so fast at doing this, and I have no idea how. Like, even long nails, short nails, whatever I do with my nails, it just never seems to be as easy for me as it is for them. But you know, what can a girl do but cry and sulk that it doesn't work the way she wants it to. And then what I'll do over here is get my little horse uncovered as well. And again, I think I'm just going to have him ever so slightly over the edge, as if he's just coming into there. Lovely. I want the pigs either side of the cat because I just think it looks a bit nicer for balance as well. So that's this one. So I'll pop this little piggy here. He can be stood a little bit further back, I think. There is a third pig on this set that's also really cute, but I just thought there's something nice about odd numbers. My mum's very obsessed with things being in odd numbers, so I think that's probably where I get it from. And then last but not least is the cat. Again, these foam pads drive me mental, but never mind. The little kitty cat can go in the middle. Oh, and then my balloon. Let's not forget the balloon. I'll just put some glue on the back of the balloon and just see if I can... Oh, that's going to be way too thick. I think what I'll do is I'll just spread it and hope that works better. Bear with me. I think I'm going to need my tweezers for this bit as well. And then I'll put this balloon up here. Press that down. And I've just got a little bit of glue there, so I'll just get that off. And that's it done. So yeah, all done. Heck yes, it's your birthday. Hopefully you've enjoyed that little demo. It's possibly one of my favourite cards I've done for quite a while. I'm really pleased with it. So best get that in the post in the morning. And tomorrow, I haven't decided if I'm going to do a Halloween card or make up the Annabelle Spencerly that I did yesterday as a Christmas card. But I'll see how I'm feeling tomorrow. Take care, guys. Bye.